I stubbed my toe getting breakfast. Greetings gamers and welcome back to Top 10 Gaming. I'm your host Carl Monroe and this is why I don't eat breakfast. The professional gaming scene is something every kid wants to get into. Being famous for being the best at a video game is a really great feeling. What are you up against if you're looking to try your hand? That's what we're exploring with today's list of the top 10 richest esports teams. The list that I saw was updated in March of last year, that being 2019, so be prepared that this potentially isn't the current standing. So, roll the intro. At 10, SK Telecom T1. SKT is a Korean esports team owned and named after the South Korean telecommunications company SK Telecom. The team was founded in 2002 and was supposed to work with teams playing traditional sports. They play StarCraft Brood War, StarCraft 2, and League of Legends. The team has played in 202 tournaments and earned a rough total of $8.5 million. Their top players are Sang Lee, going by Faker, Jay Lee, going by Wolf, and Jun Bei, also known as Bang. The team has made $6.5 million from League of Legends and $1 million from StarCraft 2. That's more than I've ever possessed. Not at once, combined. If you take all the money I've ever had and you put it into one account, I wouldn't have half of what they made from StarCraft 2 alone. If I had any form of money that was even 1/10 of this, I would be so much happier, because I'd be able to buy infinite Subway subs, not because money is everything. But... And at 9, LGD Gaming. LGD is a Chinese multi-gaming team sponsored by Gizu Lohandi Food. I totally butchered it, but whatever. It has separate teams that play Dota and League of Legends respectively. In April of 2018, LGD partnered with French football giants Paris Saint-Germain to create the PSG LGD squad. They have made almost $9 million from 122 tournaments, making most of their money from Dota 2, with over $8 million coming from that game, and $3,500,000 coming from League of Legends. I guess the teams in League are too good for them to make any money, I suppose. I mean, I must say I'm pretty good myself. I love a strong top lane who can work with other arrangements. Like, they can top, but they typically want a bottom. Lane, right? But making over $8 million in almost half the amount of tournaments as the last team is certainly impressive. I'm guessing that their Dota game is pretty bomb, but their League game is still poor. I guess that team is just full of people who insist they're tops, but they really need some bottoms to make everything work. And at 8, Vici Gaming. Vici began in October of 2012. They handpicked players that were highly ranked on the Chinese Dota ladder at the time. They originally played Dota, but now they play Dota 2, League of Legends, StarCraft 2, Warcraft 3, FIFA, Hearthstone, Heroes of the Storm, and CSGO. Wow, they play all these games but are still only number 7. Damn. Earning $9 million over 255 tournaments, this is the most amount of games we've seen, but I guess it paid off because they earned more than any other team so far, obviously because it's a higher number. Now that seems redundant. What's the point of that? What's the point of this list? How am I supposed to handle doing this if there's teams that are making millions just by playing games all day? Oh yeah, I need to afford rent. And I actually enjoy my job. These gamers are pushed to the limits of mental sanity, making sure they keep up with their game updates and stay on top of their game. Our number one spot practices for 8 hours a day as a team, but then every other waking moment is them playing on their own. So, I don't think I want to sign up. And at 7, Wings Gaming. This is a weird number. Since they are ranked 7, they are still above some teams. However, they've been inactive for nearly 2 years. Wings Gaming was a professional Chinese Dota 2 team. A group of Chinese pub stars formed the team in 2014. They played very well, clearly, in several tournaments over the 2015 to 2016 timeframe, playing only 22 tournaments. They were the champions of TI16, the International 2016, and won $9.1 million from it. Their top games are Dota 2, bringing in literally 99.94% of their total winnings, and CSGO bringing in a measly $6,224. Their top earning players are Zhang Rita, known as Faith_Bane, Zhu Yang, going as Blink, and Li Peng, also known as Ice Ice. Ice Ice, baby. They each took home $1.9 million each, and their earnings only differed by $100. They were nominated in the Best Non-Olympic Athlete category of the Chinese Top 10 Laureate Sport Awards, and they were the first esports team to do so. However, while it may sound amazing that these players earned nearly $2 million each, the team fell apart due to disputes between management and players on how the prize money should be used, and some players' salaries weren't even paid, so players walked and eventually joined Team Random. And at 6, Virtus.Pro. Virtus is a Russian esports team established in 2003. Since its creation, they have won more than 100 gold, 170 silver, and 220 bronze medals in various gaming tournaments. They have built a series of teams for different games. They also have more than 50 players on its roster, including women teams that were added in September of 2012. So ladies, if you're watching and don't think you have what it takes, you're wrong. Of course, it is difficult to be a pro gamer no matter who you are. You need to of course be able to train and get better, but also need to have a job or go to school, if you're not actually an esports player. And as I said earlier, these players never rest. They eat lunch and dinner while they discuss game strategy and review videos of previous matches with their coach and team analyst. And when they get home from their team's training facility, they hop on and play solo queue so you can work on your personal tactics. Some players take time out to video chat with family or friends, or maybe even relax with a partner. However, other people only play the game, and since the game changes every few months, you need to be on your game to learn the new update. It's a very stressful life, and if you don't win, you don't get paid. Halfway through at number 5, Fnatic. Fnatic is a London-based team, but their best players are Swedish. They have dedicated teams for a range of games including Dota 2, Hearthstone, League of Legends, and CSGO. Their team was founded by Ann and Sam Matthews, a mother-son duo who created the team in 2004. When they saw a potential future with esports, they wanted to build a team of players from around the world, and their league team won the first League World Championship in 2011. Their Counter-Strike team is considered one of the best of all time, and it shows, having won 3 CSGO majors and having earned $3.5 million from that game alone. The team has earned $11.9 million in 788 tournaments, have earned $3 million from Dota 2, and roughly $2 million from League of Legends. However, their top players have earned under $1 million, only having earned around $700,000 each. Flusha, JW, and Crims are the team's top players, and I don't know how they would feel about that, knowing how much the players on the other teams before this made. Sorry, mans. In at 4, Newbee. Newbee is a Chinese esports team that plays a wide array of games, and this isn't very common amongst professional teams. They have teams dedicated to Dota 2, Hearthstone, League of Legends, and CSGO. The team gained fame for winning TI-14, the International 2014, which resulted in them winning $5 million, giving them the Guinness World Record for most prize money won at the time. Over 130 tournaments, they've won nearly $13 million, and that's 97% of their total earnings. They've also won $112,000 with their Newbee Young Dota 2 team and $109,000 from Hearthstone. Their top 3 players have earned more than $1.3 million each, but this obviously isn't all at once. Teams are only required to pay their players around $12,500 a year, but teams with more sponsors and higher winnings obviously pay more, at least I'd hope. And this is for grueling practice times, and honestly it doesn't sound worth it to me. Esports players Piglet and Phoenix are notorious for pushing their physical limits of how much one can practice, only often getting around 4 hours of sleep at night and practicing for between 12 and 14 hours a day. I used to do this as a kid because when I was a kid I was a morning person. My school schedule had me waking up at 6 to go catch the bus for school, but waking up that early stuck with me on the weekends. So whenever I did, I would always run downstairs to play Minecraft because I know nobody would yell at me for having to go outside yet. Maybe I should have been playing Dota instead. And at 3, Team OG. Team OG is a European-based team that began as Team Monkey Business, which was renamed in October of 2015. I don't know why, their name sounds even better before. They specialize in Dota 2, and that's where literally 99.995% of their income comes from. They were breakout stars in the Frankfurt Major 2015, where they managed to defeat Evil Geniuses, CGEC Gaming, and Team Secret. They're still relatively new to the esports scene, meaning they haven't played much. In their 50 tournaments played, they've earned, wait for it, $17,563,028. What? In 50 tournaments, you're crushing literally anyone behind you? Some other teams have only earned $2 million from 228 tournaments. How on earth are you able to do that? Well, let me tell you, it ain't from Smash Bros. They've earned a total of $960 from Smash Bros, and the rest of that was from Dota 2. Their top players earn around $3 million, with their number 1 earning 3.5. Literally take like a 300th of that, and it's my student debt gone, and still more than I've ever had in my bank account combined. Maybe I should rethink this whole YouTube thing. And at 2, Evil Geniuses. Evil Geniuses, also referred to as EG, are actually a mostly American esports team based in San Francisco. Alexander Garfield originally founded the team as a Canadian Counter-Strike team in 1999, clearly the best year. Their most successful player began his Dota playing days in Pakistan, but after his father gained a job in the US, he joined Evil Geniuses in January of 2015. A month after that, the team won the Dota Asia Championships. They are actually a subsidiary of Good Game Agency, owned by Amazon's Twitch division. They've played in 737 tournaments since 1999 and have earned over $20 million total. However, their highest earning players are being paid less than Team OG. The player I referenced who led them to the Dota Asia Championships has earned roughly $3.2 million, $300,000 less than the number 1 from Team OG. Their top games are Dota 2, StarCraft 1 and 2, and Call of Duty, but primarily Dota 2, where they have earned $18 million. Can I have like 300th of that, please. I need to pay off my student debts. Finally, and at number 1, Team Liquid. Okay, here we go, the big bad boy. Every time I've referenced training schedules and such, it's come from a member of Team Liquid. The players who sleep 4 hours a day are on this team, and their earnings show it. Out of 1,430 tournaments, yeah, they have earned almost $24.5 million total, earning over $17 million from Dota 2, $1.7 million from Counter-Strike, and $1.3 million from StarCraft. Alex Chu, known as Special, says that his teammates practice for 25 hours a day, which means they are working for very hard and very long. He told Business Insider through a translator that if someone in the US plays, let's say, 30 games, a Korean would play 70 to 80 games. Take that difference over a week, a month, over years, and that's going to be a huge difference. And he's right. Their top 3 players have earned over 3 million each and are all nearing 3.5. They have by far played the most on the list, and it showed. There we have it, friends, the top 10 richest esports teams. Do you think you have a shot? Let me know below, and if you enjoyed, be sure you hit like and subscribe. This was a very long script. Thank you all so much for watching. I have been in Shower Main Connor Monroe, and I'll see you in another video.